Okay, so we shall go through a game played by the legend American chess player Bobby Fischer against a player named Guardia, which was played in Argentina in year 1960. Demonstrate how to play against weak squares. Okay, this is the move e4. Which opening is this, Sahas?
Italian.
It is the king's pawn opening. Okay, black player played c5. Which opening black player played? c5.
C5.
c5. This is a which opening is this? This is a Sicilian defense. Which opening is this?
Sicilian.
Yes, this is a Sicilian defense played by the black. Okay, black played by the Sicilian defense. Now white to play. What white did? White activate the knight. This entire fight. Now the entire fight of this square. Okay, white want to control like this square. Okay, and black also. It is entire fight of the center squares. All the center squares. Okay, entire fight is about all the center squares. What black play d6. This is the which variation? This is the modern variation of Sicilian defense. Which variation is this? Modern variation of Sicilian defense. White played pawn to d4. Okay, black captured. This is the main line of Sicilian defense. Okay, this is the main line of Sicilian defense. d4, this is entire fight of this square. Capture. White capture this. Okay, white capture this. Now if you see what black gain and what white gain. Black pawn in like black get two center pawn, white get knight in center. What white get?
Knight in center.
Knight in center. Black got two center pawns. What black got?
Two center
Two
pawns.
center pawns. Okay, after that, white moves the knight. White is trying to attack this pawn. How can you protect this pawn? Can you tell me? How can you protect this pawn? You are playing white.
By getting another pawn.
Pawn, this if you move this pawn, you are making your king weak. We can play this pawn, but later in this one. We can play this pawn in this variation, but later, not yet. We need to activate the knight, developing move. Develop the knight here. Knight c3. Okay, this is Sicilian modern variation. Black move the pawn. Okay, this one. This is a Najador variation of Sicilian defense. Which variation is this? Najador variation of Sicilian defense. Okay, black move this. Okay, this is the high quality move played by the black. Najador variation. Okay, like he's preventing this bishop here. See, if he plays something like this. Okay, what we can play? We have to activate this bishop. In this opening, always black try to exchange this bishop with this knight. Black will play this move, and this is a blunder by the black. Black will try to attack this pawn. Okay, now black cannot attack this bishop. Black will try to exchange this bishop with this knight, but now black cannot move the knight here. If black moves the knight here, this is blunder. Simply white will check the king like this. Now if black play like this, simply capture it like this. If pawn capture, check. Okay, attacking this and attacking this. White has win the rook. Okay, or at this position, if bishop interpose, we can simply kill the knight. Now if you see bishop is pinned by this bishop, so bishop cannot kill the queen. So for preventing this move, black want to play this move here. After when white will put the bishop here, black want to play this move. So black played this pawn, preventing this bishop here. So here white played bishop to c4. Okay, this move played by the great Bobby Fischer. Who played this move?
Great Bobby Fischer.
Yes, he was the American world champion. After that, he moves this e pawn one step. Black played e pawn one step. Okay, blocking this diagonal, blocking this bishop. Okay, after this, white to play what white did? What white did? Okay, white simply bring the bishop back. White simply bring the bishop back here. Okay, black move the pawn two steps. Okay, black moves the pawn two step. White did simple castling. Okay, white did castling. Okay, black played bishop here, attacking the center pawn. Okay, black. Why did he play? Can you tell me? This pawn is
Because you
looking
played it.
weak. This pawn is looking weak. Black is trying to target this pawn. Black is trying to target this pawn. Okay, so
Okay.
black attack white e4 pawn. Do you think like a Bobby Fischer protect this pawn? Or what Bobby Fischer played? Bobby Fischer just don't do that. See, don't do that. Okay, we are here at this position. Okay, after this, Bobby Fischer played f4. Okay, launch attack by sacrificing the e pawn. He sacrificed the e pawn and launched attack here. Okay, the idea behind this move is activating this rook, activating this rook after exchanging this. Okay, he want to control f5. Okay, it is important center square. With his like he want to control these center squares, important center squares. These are the important squares. We learn about it. But black also void. See if black capture it now, what will happen? If black capture this pawn, what will happen? Knight capture, knight capture. Simply f5. If pawn moves here, what we can play? If pawn moves here, bishop will move to d5, attacking the rook and trying to attack the knight. It is a double attack. If rook moves a7, wait, we are here. Okay, bishop will move to d5, attacking this and attacking this. Okay, if moves here, will kill this knight. Okay, if kill, the king will stuck in center. Okay, king will stuck in center. Turn on your camera, Sahas,
Okay.
and sit down properly.
Okay.
Okay, so at this position, he refused to capture this pawn. Black refused to capture this pawn and responded with knight c6. White captured the knight. Okay, f5. F5. He moved f5 pawn. The pawn moved away from the like he moved the pawn to f5 away from the center. He is trying to attack this pawn now. Okay, e5. He did not capture. If capture, see, rook is activate. Okay, or we can play here bishop to e3, or we can capture and open the center. First, we need to put the bishop here because if we directly play here, if we directly play here, queen might attack. Okay, we need to control this diagonal. Okay, so what he did, he moved the pawn one step. Okay, and can you tell me what square is this? Which square is this?
Weak square.
This is the weak square. We got the weak square. Now see how Bobby Fischer take the advantage of this weak square. See which pieces are protecting these weak squares. Can you tell me?
Queen.
Queen, how queen is protecting this weak square?
Because look.
Hmm?
Because it's perfectly lined
No,
up.
no. If you see this knight is protecting this weak square. I am not talking about this pawn. Queen is protecting this pawn. Bishop is protecting this weak pawn. I am talking about weak square. This knight is protecting this weak square. This bishop is protecting this weak square. Now, first, what the knight also attacking this pawn. If you see, bishop also attacking this pawn. Now, white cannot give up this square, this weak square. Now white cannot give up this pawn. Sorry. Okay, two pieces are attacking. White must need to protect. Okay, black has a weak square at d5 now, because it cannot be guarded by the any pawn like f pawn or e pawn. So this is weak square. So black simply develop the bishop. Now what white need to do? Which is the most important piece we should put at weak square? Can you tell me? Which is the most important piece we should put at weak square?
Bishop.
Bishop. We should put the knight at weak square. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
we should put the knight. But if we put the knight here now, this bishop might capture, this knight might capture. So what Bobby Fischer did? First, remove the defender of this weak square. This is the strong defender of this weak square. So white decided to remove this defender. Okay, black check. Black try to create a counter attack. What is the best move as white? What white can play here?
Oh, white can play.
Yes, what white can play? The king is in check. What white can play if king is in check? Yes, move the king away from the check, defending by moving away. Now, don't do that, don't do that. Why are you doing this? See, okay, he moved this, he protect the king. Okay, black did castling, simple. Okay, black did castling. Rook d8 also possible, but rook d8, if play rook d8, still bishop will kill it. Okay, if bishop capture, the same thing will happen. a4. Okay, trying to open this. Okay, but at this game, what happens in this game? In this game, at this game, black did castling. White remove the defender of the weak square. Okay, bishop capture. Now what need to do? We need to remove this defender. How can you remove this defender of weak square? How we can remove this defender of weak square? Can you tell me
Thinking.
how we can remove this defender? This bishop also protecting this weak square. How we can remove this defender of this weak square? What we can do? Put the bishop here. We put the bishop here. Bishop captures the bishop. If bishop captures the bishop, we put the knight at weak square successfully. Okay, his opponent also strong player, so he did not capture the bishop. He put the rook in semi-open file. Okay, he put the rook here. What white did? Simply capture it. White simply capture it because white want this weak square. White want to put the knight at weak square. Weak square meant to be put the knight. Okay, rook capture. What we can play? See, what we can play? We can put the knight immediately. Okay, but if we put the knight immediately, what will happen? What will happen? Queen may go to d4. Okay, it will force, black can force the exchange of queens. See, if we exchange the queen, weak square does not matter. We cannot create big attack at black. Okay, so what at this position? What white did? First, white activated the rook, trying to put pressure here. Now, if capture, see, if play here, we can capture, capture. What we can play now? Now knight d5, attacking this bishop, and we are threatening to win this pawn. Like if capture, this position is fine. Like, see, we are attacking the pawn. Then if capture, we are attacking this pawn again. Okay, this position is good for like it is a good for not that good. Not that good after this. Wait, what else we can play? If play here, he capture. Let me check computer line. Rook capture. This position is not good for white. Again, this position also not good for white. Okay, so at this position, his opponent. At this position, we can play something else. We can move the queen here instead of capturing. At this position, white is winning after putting the queen here. Okay, white position is good. We have weak square. Okay, if capture, cannot capture. This This queen is under attack. Okay, he need to bring the queen somewhere backward. Okay, now we can put the knight at weak square. See, can you see double attack? Queen need to move back. Okay, so this position, now this queen cannot be moved here. So what black played? Black put the rook in open file. Other rook, double the rook. What white did? Black has activated both the rooks in half open c file. Okay, what white need to do? White need to put the knight to d5, attacking the queen, attacking the bishop. This rook cannot capture this c2 pawn. Okay, finally the knight occupies the weakness. Note that knight cannot be like you cannot, like if you play this move, black cannot capture this pawn for now. Okay. Okay, knight is in center. We always knight is in. We consider knight is the strongest knight if it is. We put it at weak square, and it is in center. Okay. Okay. Now
Okay.
it is dominating this bishop. Always dominate this bishop. Okay. Now what he need to do? He need to protect the queen. Okay. Okay. He take back the queen because he need to protect the bishop at same time. Okay. After that, he protect the pawn. White protects this pawn. Okay. Black is left without any counterplay. Black don't have any counterplay. Okay. How white rook like how now white need to activate these rooks. Can you see this rook can be moved here, but this rook, how can white activate this rook? Can you tell me how white can activate this rook?
Move the queen.
Move
Move the
the
rook.
move the rook. Don't move pieces like this. No. How can you move? How can you activate? See. What? He first black protect the bishop. First black protect the bishop. Okay, what white did? White put the rook in this a file. A it is looking like an inactive move. Okay, what is in Bobby Fischer's mind? He want to activate from this way. Okay, what he did? Black move this, connecting the pawns like this. What white did? A4. Okay, A4. Okay, white move A4. What black did? Black move the rook here. This is a blunder. A blunder by black, which leave is, if you see, this rook is unprotected. What white can play? Can you find the best move? What white can play? Just tell me the move. Don't move the pieces. What is the best move here? What is the best move? Black
Move
can
the
black can
knight
simply, yes,
to
knight
D7.
knight to
D7.
d7. Check. If queen capture, it is double attack. Check. Okay, this is a check. Winning the rook. Here black resign. Okay. Here black resigns. Understood? See one more time this game. Okay. E4, C5, knight F3, D6, D4, C into D4, knight capture. Okay, knight F6, knight C3. A6, which variation is this? Najidor variation of Sicilian defense. Okay, started with modern defense. Sicilian modern defense. Started with Sicilian modern defense. Then turn into the Najidor variation. This is Najidor variation. This move discovered by the Bobby Fischer only. Bishop to C4. Okay. After that, he protect the pawn, controlling the center with. Okay, bishop b3, b5. Okay, trying to activate the bishop here, Catholic. Bishop b7, f4. Okay, f4 trying to create an idea behind, need to create a weak square and try to open the center. If capture, how will happen? See, will open the center. After this double attack is coming, this center will be open. King is still in center. Okay, so it is not correct. After that, okay, this variation will happen. Okay, but here he refused to capture the pawn. So why he activates the knight instead? Okay, white capture, capture, attacking, trying to open the center. And finally got the weak square. First protect the pawn with queen. After that, black activate the bishop, attack the try to remove the defender. Try to remove the defender. He check, black check, protect the king, castling remove first defender, remove second defender, like trying to remove the second defender. Rook activate, capture, remove the defender of weak square. Activate this one. Okay, both the rooks are in open file, half open file. Putting the knight here. Attack this. Rook cannot capture. Queen moves back, protect the pawn. Bishop moves back. Rook trying to activate the rook in a file. Move it like this. A4. Okay, if capture, see, if capture, rook is active. Okay, rook is active. If you see, these moves are coming. This pawn is under attack. Two pieces are attacking. Protect. See, these moves are possible. Capture, capture. We got the pass pawn. Okay, white has created a pass pawn and open a file. White's position is good. Okay, so here black made a mistake only. Black made a blunder after this move. He moved the rook here, and this rook left undefended. Capture bishop, double attack check. Black resign. Bobby Fischer win the game here. Okay. Okay, Sahas.
Okay.
So